Hi everyone, Carol here. It's time for the weekly channeled lesson. I know that the topic today is going to involve what we call serendipity or divine timing. I heard it as serendipity. So I want to step aside and allow my spiritual team to move forward and to be able to provide us with that information today. I've committed to moving a little bit deeper into these channeled experiences and channeled lessons. I tend to like to use it more of like a mediumship session where I can stay alert and kind of relay that information to you. But today I've kind of been encouraged to step aside and allow Spirit to really, truly be the one that delivers the message today. So I will move aside and simply tell you exactly what I'm hearing. We would like to speak with you today about the term serendipity and that which relates to good fortune. We tend to think of things as good fortune as luck, and for some people, we might consider it divine timing. Divine timing, however, is a very deep and complicated concept that we would like to address because in all reality, it is not that complicated at all. It is not divine whose timing is in play. It is your timing. It is the timing of which you are prepared and you are ready to receive. We in Spirit are always here, ready and willing to bring and to deliver the information that you need in order to move forward. This may take place not only internally, but externally. And we also do it by providing you with various opportunities and doors that open and giving you these access points to where you can move into an experience that will help shift you in a positive direction. So we want to belay a little bit of a, what's the word that they're using? Misnomer is what I hear. They want to belay a misnomer about the fact that the timing is really in God's or divine. And they're saying this is not true at all. The timing is actually yours. The timing is when you are ready, when you are willing, when you are prepared to receive. We in Spirit do our very best to move you into a state of openness and willingness and acceptance. We beg you and ask you to be able to invite in these experiences, but ultimately you're the one that has to embrace, accept, and ask. And yes, asking is a critical part of the process. If we think for a moment of what it means to give you free will, to give you power and free choice, we here in Spirit must honor that contract. This means that we cannot do anything on or for your behalf until you have committed to allowing us to do that. You're the one that sets the parameters on how we can help you, when we can help you, and where we can help you. This means that divine timing is not divine in terms of God has allowed it, but in terms of you have allowed it. You have stepped into a space where you are welcoming in Spirit and your universal power to bring in these opportunities and experiences that you need to move forward. So this is about getting all of you to start to move into a state of transition where you recognize that these serendipitous experiences, that these signs and symbols that may come your way, that these opportunities, certainly we can put things in your path that kind of make you go, hey, pay attention. We're here. We want to do things for you. But there's a very fine line for how much of that we can do, because we, again, must be careful about not stepping across your boundaries and your personal barriers. If you have said to Spirit, I do not believe in you, or I do not want any help, or I'm not sure how I feel about that, we in Spirit must honor your feelings. We must step back and allow you to have that belief, to have that experience. And so you are the ones that will need to step in this space of asking, of embracing, and accepting. And then we can move these more serendipity experiences, right? These more serendipitous experiences. We can then bring more opportunities to you. So the timing is one of your choosing. We cannot force you to be ready. We cannot force you to ask. We cannot violate your free will. But what we can say to you is be aware and look inward. Ask yourself what resistances you have to allowing Spirit to be a part of your life. We know from here in Spirit that many people are actually afraid. We're not quite sure always why individuals would be so afraid. When religion and spirituality, whether that be Christianity or something else, has truly been a part of many cultures for a very long time. There is this inward fear that perhaps if they open up and allow these experiences to take place, that something untoward will actually happen as well. This shuts off the opportunity for both good and bad. If you, for example, spend the rest of your life living inside your home, you have avoided the bad things that perhaps exist in the world, but you've also avoided the good. So we're not telling you that when you embrace spirit, when you become more intuitive, connected, and ask for these positive experiences, that suddenly you've opened the door for negativity. This is not what we are saying. What we're saying is that many of you resist opening up to the positive for fear of the very limited negative interactions that you perceive in your mind may take place. They may or may not take place. So we just ask you to start thinking about this today in your role in divine timing, because it's truly you who sets the pace. We are never going to give you more than what you can take on or what you can perceive. We're very aware because it is our job in spirit to be aware of that which you most need in the moment. And so, where are you in this moment? How are you resonating in this moment? And how can you move forward so that in this moment you are willing to take on? We look at individuals, and they're using myself as an example, I'm sorry, and they're saying we are able to deliver more and more information, more and more insights, more and more clarity, more and more messages and wisdom through those who have moved into these spaces. So don't feel that someone is here and then suddenly there. This is a transition. It takes place over a period of time. Connections deepen and broaden as you deepen and broaden, as you evolve, as you move into a state of readiness and preparedness internally for being capable of receiving more and more. Oftentimes, when spirit moves in and we have experiences, they can become unsettling and jarring for some individuals. This is because we've grown up in a society or a culture that tells us that these things are not possible, or that they are wrong or potentially harmful and negative. And so we certainly understand and respect that. And so what we deliver to you must come in very small ways in the beginning. And as you expand and as you move and as you grow, we will gently bring more of these serendipitous opportunities to you. So we'll leave you with that for today, just to get you thinking about the role of divine timing is truly in your hands. We in spirit, as always, would like to continue to contribute in your life, to bring more clarity, more wisdom, more understanding, and to move you into that direction that will make you happier, healthier, and more productive. But we cannot do that without you being a part of the process. And so we ask you today to think about your role, to think about your resistances to accepting and embracing this information. And they say it's very important that you remember or you focus on these resistances, because those will be the things that you personally will need to overcome so that we can be better conduits in your life. Resistance is a part of everyday life. These are good and important issues that you will want to ask yourselves. And the answers to removing these resistances may not come right away. That's okay. Remember, this is an evolutionary process. So when you have a state of resistance, just make note of it. And let's use, for example, a case for religion. Let's say that you were brought up in a household where your particular religious ideologies or beliefs have caused you to feel restricted in terms of embracing a more encompassing relationship with spirit, whether that is in terms of how we feel in regards to spirit, or how in terms we feel in regards to our intuition and our connection and our relationship to spirit. These are very important resistances that you will want to examine and explore. We will also close by telling you that you cannot open a door with the same thought process that you currently have. This means that if you have grown up, for example, in this state of resistance in your home, you wish to move to the next level and to embrace more, some aspect of you will have to make a change. If you choose to hold on to the ideologies and beliefs that are most comfortable for you, we in Spirit will never, ever judge, and we will continue to work with you underneath that framework that you have chosen for yourself. If, however, you would like to deepen in a new way, there may be a shift that needs to take place. This does not mean you need to remove your beliefs or your ideologies, but perhaps expand them just a little bit to see them in a broader perspective, to allow clarity to bring in a new way of thinking. This then allows a greater connection intuitively, a greater connection and understanding of spirituality from a holistic perspective. So, again, we'll leave you with that today to think about in divine timing, resistances, and those issues that will keep you from moving forward into serendipitous experiences. So, thank you for listening today, and we will join you again next week. All right, everybody. I appreciate you listening today for that. It was a little bit new for me to really drop into space, and I will continue to try to do that. Let me know how you think or what you feel about that lesson and how that resonated for you. So may you all have a wonderful week, and I will connect with you next week. Bye-bye.